8-year-old kid is seen at the start of the film. He used to be frightened. Some entity was routinely irritated him. He always used to be anxious. He was 8 years old. His parents were also disturbed due to this issue. One day, he calls some exorcists at their house. There's a couple and the priest of a church. That young kid's name is David. He has a sister, and there was also his sister's friend at their house. He had a good friendship with David, so he goes to make David sleep. Lying him down on the bed, David's sister friend leaves that place. But David feels as if someone is trying to unlock his room door. So David hides, going into a lavatory, but he feels there as someone is keeping an eye on him. He also witnesses many demon hands there, and the blood begins to flow in the bathtub. Being scared, he starts to shout. All family members gather upstairs hearing his voice. But here David was in full rage, who was 8-year-old child, and he had become out of uncontrollable. He stabs a glass on his own father's leg. Now male demonologist is coming downstairs, lifting him, but he was scratching the walls with his nails. It was seeming as someone has got control over him. He is laid down on the dining table, bringing from the upstairs, and priest begins to read some enchanted words for him. They were trying to stabilize him. At the same time, foam begins to come from David's mouth. Being mighty, he is able to free himself. Meanwhile, a deadly storm breaks out there. The domestic things begin to damage, and priest also falls down. Both demonologists had caught him firmly, because he was in struggle to free himself. He starts to mold his body mysteriously. It is very frightful. Seeing his condition, his sister's friend moves to him. He says to him while catching him, "No matter who are you, just possess my body," leaving that innocent kid. It means that he had really great affections for David. David's eyes reshape normally as he says it, and the demon of David possesses the body of David's sister friend. Now his condition begins to worsen. Being possessed, David had also attacked badly on the male demonologist. Now his condition was also gone worse, and he had been brought to the hospital. Doctors inform his wife that he has suffered a serious heart attack. Something has frightened him badly. Everyone starts praying for him. On the other side, the friend of David's sister is seen. He was restored to his normal condition now, and he was helping along with his friend at work. He observes a hole in the house wall as he enters it. He witnesses a demon peeping into it, which is trying to target him, but he saves himself. In fact, he was not beyond the clutches of it, because that demon had really possessed him, leaving David's body. Now it was going to distort his body soon. It was going to possess it completely. He immediately comes out from that place. Now he is cutting the tree with the chainsaw, setting himself on a tree. But chainsaw is not operating. Then he observes a demon on the nearby window with him, which was staring at him. Then chainsaw is turned on. His body may get hurt with it, but that chainsaw is fallen down before it. And he is secured. He is very frightened, and he begins to drive off his car from there, but he is stopped. On the other side, when male exorcist comes into his senses, he also says the same, that demon has possessed the body of that boy, leaving David, who is the friend of David's sister. He says to his wife, "Call him immediately and inform him that demon is very threatening. Beware of it." When his wife is calling David's sister, then she cannot pick the call because she is dancing, playing louder music, so her friend may feel good. Meanwhile, the condition of friend of David's sister begins to worsen because he was not under his control. He was not understanding how he is able to stand here. He starts to feel feeble. When female demonologist's call is not attended by anyone, she is worried and calls police quickly. He says to him, "Visit David's house immediately." Now David's sister's partner is transformed into a ghost with whom she is dancing. His face is changed weirdly, and he begins to scare him. He screams so much because of being afraid, and she leaves from there, taking her friend. On the opposite side, police is also arriving. Now David's sister's friend attacks him with his knife while leaving, and he kills him. His dress was blood-stained, Police officer witnesses him as he comes outside. That boy's eyes were totally changed because he was possessed by the demon. He does not talk to man. Then police officer says to him, "Your dress is also blood-stained. Come with me." Now it is seen that he is seated with both male and female demonologists. They say to him, "We just want to check either demon has possessed you or not. Recite the Bible. There is no demon in you if you are able to recite the Bible, because it will not let you to recite the Bible if it would be in you." When that boy begins to recite the Bible, he comes to know that there is no demon in him, because he was able to recite the Bible. It was also reported to police about the murder of a man that he had committed, and he was going to be arrested by the police. At the same time, that boy's lawyer appears there. Both demonologists give evidence to the lawyer. That boy did not kill him. It is any type of demon in him which murdered that man, and they are also telling that man had also possessed by the demon. Then lawyer says to them, "Kindly stay connected with the real world. Who will believe such stories?" They will just say, "They are exonerating themselves." That lawyer is not believing at any cost that there is demon behind it. Then male demonologist says to her, "Visit at house at night. I myself will show you that demon. You may allow police to arrest that boy in case of not witnessing that demon." Then lawyer says, "Okay, I will visit." She is very bold. Now the court view is shown because lawyer had believed that demon is behind this. She tells to judge that this murder has been committed by the demon, but judge does not believe on her single word. He says that it is lame excuse, and he will be sentenced the life imprisonment. But that couple of demonologists claims that they will surely prove that boy guiltless because they had knowledge that he cannot commit a murder. There is surely a demon behind it. Now they begin to detect this case themselves. They both start to hear the recording of that day, when it happened and they were dancing together. Then they move to that place where David frightened for the first time, and he encountered a ghost. Actually, there was a waterbed in that room. When David was playing and jumping on that waterbed, suddenly someone's hand appeared from there and it caught David. It was a demon. That room's floor was also damaged. Those demonologists tell David's mother that this has been committed by a demon. Now the couple of demonologists and David's sister go to the cellar of that room. David's sister notices, going inside, there are a number of the rats. There is also a mysterious skull. She takes its photo, then she shows to everyone, coming back. All say, "We never witnessed such skull before." The priest of church also says, "I also never saw such skull. Just inform it to another priest who is more learned than me." The priest says to demonologists when they go to him, "I have already witnessed such skulls somewhere else," but it was not as such. He shows them his collection. In the further scene, a lady is shown practicing sorcery because she had a mysterious table where she had lighted the candle, and she had also the photo of David's sister's friend. That weird lady used to bewitch. Consequently, a man begins to hallucinate. He was frightened. He used to feel as there is also someone else as demon besides him. Then, male demonologist meets a detective. That detective clears that I have already seen this skull. He tells that there was also a case study before where I witnessed that skull. Female demonologist declares, "Demons are behind in this crime case now." That detective says, "Don't make fun with me." Then both demonologists leave from there. Female demonologist also had brought that knife along with her, which was used in murdering on that day. Detective says to them, "The crime case about which I am talking, there were 2 girls who were murdered, but only one dead body was found between them. Now 3 of them move there together where it all happened while visualizing. Female demonologist travels to the past. They were both friends, and one of the friends had murdered her another friend because a demon had possessed her, and the female demonologist was behaving as the murderer friend because she was repeating all in her vision. Demonologist begins to run, so she reaches the edge of cliff while running. There was water at the bottom of the cliff. She immediately stops there, but a demonic hand starts to pull her down, appearing from the below side of cliff, but her husband rescues her, reaching there. That female demonologist had restored her senses. She says to her husband that girl's dead body is in this river which is not being discovered. Now that girl's dead body is taken out of it. It means this trouble was also resolved, that his body was not being discovered. That female demonologist had great powers. Now they both move to the hospital. There was also that girl's dead body there. Female demonologist goes near her and she catches her hand in order to know how it happened. Simultaneously, she notices a cave in front of her. It was darker. She begins to move inside. She notices the practicing of sorcery there. There was a lady who was practicing sorcery on the friend of David's sister. Female demonologist also witnesses her face. She was very mysterious. She asks her, "What are you doing this?" Before it, that lady replied, "A dead body was moving to that female demonologist to attack her in the actual world." Her husband says to it, "Leave her hand, stop visualizing it," and female demonologist has to carry it out. Then male demonologist finds a book which was given to him by his assistant. There was written how they are practicing this sorcery, and how those witches may be killed who practice this sorcery. That exorcist begins to read them. Then he visualizes that any demon or the same dead body is going to attack him. He has a knife in his hand and he starts to attack them in return. Then his hand is caught by his assistant. He tells him that you were going to end your wife. It means those were demons who were making him to visualize that he may kill his wife, because his wife was a great threat for the demons. Now that female demonologist goes to meet that elder priest. That elder priest shows her a book, and there is stuck title photo of a little girl. He tells her, "She is witch." That female exorcist says to him that, "Why did you not tell me before?" They reply, "Because she is my daughter." Then that priest takes her into a cave which was already visualized by her. There is the same witch who was practicing the witchcraft, and she is the daughter of a priest. Suddenly, it is seen that witch comes upstairs, and it kills her father. It was a good chance for that female demonologist, because there was that table before her where that lady used to practice witchcraft. That female demonologist goes to fall down that table, but it is too heavy that she cannot drop it. Meantime, that witch begins to attack her, coming there, and she starts to rescue her. At the same time, her husband, male demonologist, also arrives there. Sensing his wife, he detects where she is. He begins to break the door of cellar of the house. Now that female demonologist is in trouble in the cellar of the house now, because she is escaping from there, but she is not finding the exit. At the same time, she casts a glance at mirror. She was able to look at herself in the surroundings. Then that witch begins to attack her with a knife, coming there. Female exorcist escapes from there, throwing stone on it. Now that witch goes to that male exorcist, disguising his wife, and she possesses him. Contrarily, it is seen that David's sister's friend was sick badly because he was chained in the prison. The first fact was that he was accused of murdering. Secondly, a demon was possessing him again and again. His body begins to move here and condition starts worsening. On the other side, that witch orders male demonologist, "Go and kill your wife with a hammer." Male demonologist was completely possessed by the witch. So he is going to target his wife, taking a hammer. Then he recalls the old time when he meets with his wife for the first time. Then he remembers all how passionately he loves with his wife and family. He begins to be normal, and he moves to that table, taking a hammer that belonged to witch, on which it used to practice the witchcraft. He breaks that table, which was not done before by anyone. Here, male demonologist completely becomes normal here. That witch is also killed after being feeble. On the other side, David's sister's friend had also got well completely, because the demon which was being controlled by that witch, it leaves his body, and all effect of black art is vanished. In the end, it is seen that David's sister is very disturbed, because it is announced in the court that her friend has been sentencing for 5 years. because court does still not accept such evidence that any demon can commit a such. David's sister marries with him in spite of his imprisonment. She used to go to meet him in the prison, but other issues were resolved. All demons had left who used to tease them, possessing their bodies, and the effect of the witchcraft was also disappeared. The movie also completes on this scene. Thanks you for watching.